Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. This video is going to be a wrap-up of the classic books that I read in December 2020. I have a grand total of 3 to share with you. Let's get straight into it. So the first book that I finished in December, that was a classic to wrap up, is Love's Shadow by Ada Leverson. This book is part of the Bloomsbury group book series, which I have slowly been collecting a few of. So this book is an Edwardian book from 1908. It's my first Ada Levinson, and it is about kind of middle upper class Edwardian society and this kind of group of people and their relationships. So there are marriages of love, there are marriages of convenience, there are relationships outside of marriage, and there is some unrequited love, and how love's shadow kind of follows people around even though they can't be in the relationship they necessarily want to be in, if that makes sense. And it's about how this kind of group all intertwine together, so to speak. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Now, as I said, this was my first Ada Levinson, and actually I really quite enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect going in, but there was a little bit on the back that said Oscar Wilde called her the wittiest woman of the world, and I would say that this book is rather witty. It's funny, it's charming. It does have that Oscar Wilde wit and charm to it, so I can definitely see why he liked Ada Levinson. I really want to read more of her in the future. I was reading this book and I was taking pictures of quotes that I thought were quite funny and sharp, and I did enjoy it. It's full of those characters that you know you're meant to love and that you're not meant to like, and I just generally enjoyed it. It's kind of a bit like a soap drama in a way, this book, and I did rather enjoy that, but obviously on an Edwardian scale. But yes, really enjoyed it. Recommend it to you if you haven't read it before. I haven't heard many people talking about this book at all, actually, so yeah, go and read it. I put it on my Instagram because I think it's very, very beautiful. I do love these covers of the Bloomsbury Group book series. I think they've done a really great job. So yes, go and check that one out because I did really, really enjoy that. Then I have Wave Me Goodbye, Stories of the Second World War, edited by Anne Boston. So this is a collection of short stories from the Second World War from authors that I know and love, so Barbara Pym, Elizabeth Taylor, Rose Macaulay, so many that I love, and also authors that were new to me too. And actually, some of these I loved the story of and went on to find said author's other works, and I've got some of their other works on my wish list now, so I was actually quite glad I read this. Now, I am not a short story person at all. It took me months to get through this. I really struggle with short stories because for me, short stories, they either come up too short or they come up too long, and very few were kind of quite right for me. So as someone who doesn't like short stories, I did enjoy this, and I would say if you like short stories, then actually you'll probably love this. It's just me, isn't it? It's just me. I'm just one of these people that aren't a short story person. I wish I was, because I know so many people that love short stories. I'm sadly just not one of them, but I did enjoy it. I'm just, as I said, I'm just not a short story person. And then lastly, very quick little wrap of this one, isn't it? This is Cakes and Ale by W. Somerset Maugham. So this book is a bit later, actually. I think this is 1930, I believe. And I picked this up because I haven't read any W. Somerset Maugham for a little while. It's been probably coming up to about a year, might be over a year actually. But this book is about a marriage, and particularly about the woman in that marriage, and it has kind of this sprinkling of literary criticism throughout it as well. It sounds a bit odd, but when you get reading, it kind of makes sense. I have a really turbulent relationship, I would say, with W. Somerset Maugham, because the first book that I read by him was Cakes and Ale. Cakes and Ale, not that one, that's this one. What did I read first? The Painted Veil. Ugh, brain, come on. The Painted Veil by W. Somerset Maugham, which was really good, and it is a brilliant, brilliant book. And anything that I've read by him since, so Liza Lambeth, I've read Up the Villa, I've read A Christmas one, I think I've read something else as well, but I can't remember. None of those, sadly, have come up to scratch of The Painted Veil. And so it's kind of like almost like trying to play catch up, really. I mean, It's okay, but it's not great. I found it a bit boring. I found there was too much literary criticism in this, and I just felt like it's not his best. So yeah, if you want a book by W. Somerset Maugham, I would say go and read The Painted Veil, not Cakes and Ale. Are they meant to rhyme? I don't know. Yeah, it's for me, it was just a bit meh. And you don't want to read books there. Meh, because life's too short, isn't it? So yeah, don't read it. Read The Painted Veil. Don't know what you've got from that review. Read The Painted Veil. That's what you've got. Don't read the one that I've just spoken about. Anyway, so that is it for the books that I read in December. Hopefully I have enticed you to pick one of these three up, or not that one. Go and read The Painted Veil if you want to do Somerset Maugham. But yeah, I hope you had a lovely December and Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or holidays, or just had a nice day in general. And I shall see you soon for my next video. Bye for now.